Welcome. This is Andy Billman here for Believe in the Land. We had a big news today as Gavin Williams, the latest rookie for our Guardians, is coming up. He will be starting now on Wednesday against the A's. This is now becoming a big part of the storyline for the Guardians here in 2023. At the beginning of the year, it was all about getting back in the playoffs, seeing the development of their young core, especially what they're going to do with these guys like Freeman, Arias, Brennan, where these guys fit. Slowly, what's becoming part of the season, outside of making the playoffs, which is always the case, outside of always trying to get to the playoffs and win the AL Central. The big story is becoming now these young guns, the Logan Allen, the Tanner Bybee, and now Gavin Williams. And earlier, even this year, Peyton Battenfield. None of us knew at the beginning of this year what we were getting into with the Guardians when it came to this young pitching, but it is here now. Gavin Williams is exciting. This is now becoming a big part of the storyline for the Guardians this year. Gavin Williams, this is now becoming a part of the storyline I would say that you're going to see for here on out with a team like that compares to the Braves in the early 90s. It's that comparable. To see young pitchers like this come up this fast, this quickly for the Guardians is not a little thing. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. And Gavin Williams coming adds to this, adds to the storyline, and actually adds to the Guardians making a thought of what do they do. This is a lot of young pitching now. Williams, Bybee, and Allen, those are three true rookies pitching at the major league level. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do now going forward with a Shane Bieber, what they decide to do going forward. Do they make a trade at the deadline to possibly help their team? They clearly need another bat. But with all this young pitching, I think that becomes now a bigger part of the storyline. It already has this year, but there's no doubt now a big part of 2023, the young guns of pitching. Allen, Bybee, Williams, these are huge. This is a huge storyline. Huge storyline, something we didn't see coming this year. At one point in the season, we had Plesac starting. We had Tristan McKenzie, who can't stay healthy right now. Aaron Savali, and then who's finally back now. Quantrill, we don't hear about. Now the big storyline outside of making the playoffs is this young pitching. It's an amazing storyline. Didn't see it coming this year. It's going to help for the future of the Guardians, obviously. It's a very exciting thing to see all this young pitching. Does that mean that the Guardians can win the playoffs this year? I don't know about that. Does this make it very exciting for 2024 and 2025? Yes, it does. Does this mean the trading of Shane Bieber? I say not until the offseason. Others will say otherwise. Obviously, the trade winds will keep flapping in the wind, but you need a Bieber right now more than ever, in my opinion. You got to have someone who can steady the ship with all these young pitching, and they're talented pitchers. But you need with all this young pitching, you need an ace like Shane Bieber to help you get through it. And the Central Division's terrible. The Twins are under 500 too. This is ripe for the taking, and the Guardians are doing it with three rookies. Very historical stuff. Again, the only thing I can compare it to in my lifetime is the Braves in the early 90s when they had Avery, Maddox, and I'm not Avery Maddox, Avery, Glavine, and Smoltz. And then later they added Maddox. But those are the big three, Avery, Smoltz, and then Glavine. This is kind of what we're seeing here with the Guardians now. It's become a big storyline theme, and it'll be fascinating to see how the Guardians now react to the trade market going into late July. Does it affect it? I don't know. The division's right there. The Twins are terrible. Twins are really ripe to be grabbed. This division's only one game out of the loss column, and you're doing it with three rookie starting pitchers. It says a lot about the talent of these three rookies be thrusted in that position. The Guardians if I were the Guardians, I would keep Shane Bieber, trade him after the season. I would trade Shane after the season. If he's not going to sign a contract to come back, which all indications are that he is not, trade Shane in the offseason, bring in hopefully a big bat to replace Bieber, because now you have Williams, you have Allen, you have Bybee, you have Savali, you have Quantrill. Somewhere in the background, you have Peyton Battenfield, and et cetera, and you kind of start, this is your new rotation going forward. Williams, Bybee, and Allen is the rotation of the 20s. And it's a really cool, exciting movement. Does that mean a division pennant? I would think so if they keep Bieber around. They trade Bieber, they better be getting an impact bat. But this has become a major, major, major storyline in the 2023 season now. If you're a Guardians fan, winning divisions priority one, watching to see these young pitchers now is becoming a big priority. The Allen, Bybee, and Williams show is a very exciting thing. And let's see what Gavin Williams can do. And let's see what the Guardians now do with Shane Bieber. You have now 3 rookies. You would think if you're the Guardians to make and win and get into the playoffs, to win the division, you would have to keep Shane Bieber here and then trading him after the season. Maybe the Guardians don't feel that way. Maybe they can get a trade to get a big bat. Guardians really, really need a big bat. They need one instantaneously. They need an insert of energy immediately. Maybe this will give them incentive to trade for a big bat. I don't see that. I don't think they're going to trade Bieber until after the season. If you listen to Hamilton on the radio, he kind of says otherwise, and he's kind of hearing otherwise. But if, for my money's worth, if I were Cleveland Guardians in that room, keep Bieber, win the division. I think winning the division is so key. Would not lose sight of this with rookie pitchers. This division stinks. Win the division, get experience, and you know what? Always try to make a run. I'm such a believer in winning. Try to keep winning, even with your young pitching. Keep Shane Bieber so you can build off this staff. And Shane Bieber in the offseason is going to have to be traded if he's not going to sign a contract. But the Williams, Bybee, and Allen show, the starting pitcher, these starting young guns, is now a huge, huge, huge storyline going forward, on top of winning the division, on top of seeing where Freeman belongs, where I think Brennan belongs in right field. What's going to happen when Bo Naylor behind the plate? This team has gotten a lot younger, too, by the way, which is fun, but they have gotten a lot younger. But they should not take their eyes off the prize. This division is ripe to win. Stay tuned after the game at Official Cleveland Sports. Come on here YouTube for a lot more videos like this throughout the weeks and months to come. Gavin Williams is up. Exciting times in Cleveland Guardians land. See you guys after the game tonight for the A's and the Guards.